What a way to play out our final home game of the 2022-23 season. This was an emotional day. Let's not lie. We know the main reason why it was going to be emotional. Because it was pay homage to players who are going to be moving on once their contracts expire, as well as to pay our respects and utmost appreciation to one of the best players I've seen in my lifetime at West Ham, and someone who is destined for greatness. And that someone is, of course, Declan Rice. That is most likely going to be his last ever game at home with West Ham United. And thinking about him moving on is very sad. It will be sad. But he's deserved this potential move that may happen over the summer. He's deserved this for a long, long time. And seeing him play out one last time in claret and blue in front of 60,000 West Ham fans is special. It's a special thing. It finished West Ham United 3, Leeds United 1 at the London Stadium. The result sees West Ham secure 40 points and absolutely now guarantee Premier League survival. And it means that Leeds United's in serious trouble. I had watched a few Leeds United channels. I know Connor is someone on YouTube who's a big Leeds fan. He has admitted that Leeds are already down. He says that the club's got a lot of problems with it and the recruitment's been bad. He's also pointed out that the players are not good enough in the mainly championship standard. He's got points there. And Leeds just didn't look good at all. As soon as we got our goal to get us back into it, we just looked really good from that point onwards. We started a really good counter-attacking system which can work under David Moyes' ball if it's used correctly and we have the end product. And it will work, I think, in the long run. We just got to get the bodies to finish it off. The move's good, just the end product. And it could have easily been 6-1 to us in that sense. Let me talk about the team. Fabianski in goal. Defence, Sofal, Zuma, Ogbonna, Emerson. Midfield, Souček and Rice. Bowen and Fornals as the wingers. Paquetá as number 10. Ings up top. Downs and Aguero out for the game, which was disappointing. And Flynn Downs' girlfriend even said that wasn't the way that Flynn wanted his last game of the season at home to be like. But it is what it is. He'll be here next season, though. I feel that we started the game on the back foot, really, because Leeds hoofed the ball off like a Big Sam team does. And Big Sam found a fiver on the ground near the touchline, tried to give it to the linesman. I'm thinking, oh, was it? No, it was actually the full official, even. And so I'm thinking, what? Is he trying to bribe him? Something? Just found a cheeky little fiver. I mean, come on, we've all done that. We found a cheeky little bit of money on Sly and just slipped it in our pockets. I know I have done. But anyway, Rodrigo and Bamford looked very good and up for it. It has to be saved. Jack Harrison had the first meaningful shot of the game, forcing Fabianski into a save. And don't forget, Harrison scored a hat-trick at the Bowl last season. West Ham had more possession in theory, but we just didn't make it useful. Sofal was the only player that could have been credited with stopping the Leeds pressure at this point. And still that wasn't enough because Leeds took the lead. Weston McKennie has a long throw-in into the box. It's quite congested in the box. Rodrigo gets the ball on the half volley deep in the box and fires it into the net. Fabianski doesn't move. I don't think he even saw it. But at this point, we were being tactically outclassed by Big Sam. And that's quite unforgivable in a way. We just then had to go in with the attitude that we had against Crystal Palace, where, if you remember, Crystal Palace beat us 4-3. They had nothing really to play for and just went all out for it with no care in the world. That's how we needed to be. We had an isolated forward front, didn't hardly touch the ball in that first half. Somehow the ball stayed out from a corner, I don't know how. Souček was close by to tap in and Robles had to put his body on the line to deny it. Then the equaliser came and this was really written in the stars. You couldn't have written this any better. Fornals, lovely little flick on to Bowen. Bowen's in the box, gets it across, it bounces on the ground. Rice fires it onto the ground, takes a big bounce on the ground into the net over Robles, 1-1. Written in the stars in the sense that Rice scoring his last home goal. Clever move in the build-up as well. I could get used to the Paquetá Fornals link, in all honesty. I could even stick Fornals as the 10 and give him all the freedom and the time to run straight with the ball. I would be all for that. He seemed really good from it. Bamford then had to come off because of some injury. I don't know what was up with him. And on came Gnonto, who I think is absolutely class. West Ham began a very effective counter in this game. Paquetá made a good choice for once, making the decision to find Fornals, and Fornals blasted it wide. Leeds tried to have a little bit of a chance before the end of the half. Ball was given away. Rodrigo countered. He fumbled it in the box. The drop back went to Jack Harrison. He very tamely struck it. It was 1-1 at half time, still with a lot to play for, but West Ham looking a lot more positive. Kurt Zouma seemed to have picked up a minor knock, so on came Tilo Kura, to start the second half. Paquetá had a good start to this half, had a long-range shot which was saved, and a little bit of skill. I think he had 106 touches of the ball in total in the game. And then he did a Phileas Fogg, do you know what I'm saying? He did around the world in 80 days, but he didn't. He did around the world in like 20 seconds, which is madness. You got to be on like some Elon Musk type super fighter, breaks the speed cameras, flash jet thing to do that. Paquetá did it on 2 blokes and sent them both to the gulag. Kept the ball in Leeds' half enough to try and launch attacks. We just needed to break it somehow. Eventually that came. 2-1 from Jared Bowen. Danny Ings passed it through a tight angle for Bowen to fire into the net, coming in off the post. VAR had to check this because it looked offside from the West Ham point of view, but it was actually Verber whose leg was cropped up like that, and it played Bowen onside. Goal stood. Bowen ran down the channel and set up Rice. He set up Fornals and he missed. I like that we weren't trying to be so selfish, but at this time, you had to be selfish and take the chance when the chance was presented. Do you know what I'm saying? Needed to do that. It was offside anyway, in that example. Bowen came off and on came Lanzini in what might be Lanzini's last game at home as well. Danny Ings then had a chance. Fumbled it. Like what, man? Ings has slowly started to improve, I will say this. But he's got to finish off when he has to finish off. West Ham made some subs. Fornals for Johnson, Ings for Mabama. Very late in the game. Silky little bit of skill here from Paquetá again. He kept the ball high up the pitch still and decided to take on 2 men. Kept the ball, was nearly half tackled, kept his feet, dribbled still. He's got 2 people in the box. He's got Mabama, he's got Lanzini. Mabama's in front, Lanzini's coming from behind. Cleverly finds Lanzini, because that's the guy advancing. Lanzini fires it in. More space to shoot into net, 3-1. VAR wanted to see if it was offside. Nah, goal. Good. Finished 3-1 to West Ham. The players did the lap of honour at the end of the game. Declan did 2 laps of honour. I'm going to miss football, actually, at London Stadium for a few months, and I can't lie. I think that place is slowly becoming our home. I don't mind it now. We got the 60,000 fans in there. It's really, really something. It's special. I think, in terms of the game, Fornals played very well in the 10 role. Lanzini should have been given more game time, in my opinion, but that is what it is. I say that with bitterness. Bowen was fantastic. Paquetá, unbelievable player. We've got a tackler, we've got an attacker, we've got a skill set in him. Very impressed. Declan Rice, as we know, head above shoulders for everyone. Man, you won't know what you got until it's gone with him. You really won't. We bowed out with 40 points, and we're taking these positive performances into the European final in Prague. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to sub for more content. Take care, everybody, and I will see you all very, very soon.